back to the channel. We're back on the 82 Slantnose. As you saw in the last video, if you haven't saw it yet, check it out. We went over this thing, kind of the interior to the exterior, what it needs and the plans. We could not get it fired up last time, but hopefully this time I got a little extra parts and a little bit more troubleshooting tools to see if we can get it fired up. So I just wanted to run a little bit, then I'm gonna go ahead and drain the oil, change it, and kind of go from there. So I got a replacement fuel pump. It's not the original fuel pump. We'll see if we can mock it up to make it work. You know, there's gonna be some other things I wanna change and take a look at, but hopefully once we go through those short lists, we'll know what we need. So without further ado, let's get back into it. So last time I actually ran out of starting fluid. There was like a can that had nothing left, so I went ahead and got some more. For giggles, I'm just gonna spray some and try to crank it over again. So that didn't do the trick. I'm not surprised. There's nothing. So we're at the front of the car again. Fuel pump relay is here. I'm gonna head and pull that. There are numbers here going around these pins. This bottom one is 30. Around goes 86, 87, 87A, and 85. So in order to jump the fuel pump, you have to jump 30 and 87A. So these two here. Almost seems like I need something thicker. So I might even be able to hold it here while I turn the ignition on. You can hear it clicking, but the fuel pump is not running. And you can hear it clicking also when you actually start cranking. Because the fuel pump typically doesn't run in the on position. It's gonna run when you actually try to crank it over. So fuel pump is probably shot. The relay is fine. Already tried it. Here's a quick try. So this is the horn here, this one here. So do that. I'll pull the horn. I'll put in the fuel pump. So yeah, the relay is fine. Usually this is a red relay. A lot of people say, hey, it's a red one, but it doesn't really matter. The red one's just more robust. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the fuel pump. I'm gonna pull it and then swap in the one that I got as kind of like a test fuel pump.
That's good.
Too late. So we got spark. We're moving on to fuel.
We're sliding underneath to get this cover plate off. So it's a couple like 15 mils or something. Get this off to reveal the fuel pump. It's tucked right there. It looks pretty crusty. I'm gonna try to steal one off another car we have here to test it. Couple more bolts right there.
My number one helper is back.
The Dallas. Boom, pull that plate off. It's hard to get good clips down here without toasting my phone up with oil and grease and crap, but this just doesn't look right. What in the world? Lines aren't super harsh, that's good. What is this yellow tape?
I'm gonna go ahead and basically test if this fuel pump is working.
So I'm gonna check if this fuel pump works. So if this one works, do a quick swap, because the one that I got locally is junk. It's not junk, it's just like a universal style fuel pump that I can probably rig up, but it's not really what I need. So if anything, maybe you have to make this work if that one's bad as well. Hopefully that one's okay. So I got the fuel pump out. Yuck. Let me get this away from you. This is the second drain, and it still looks like brown mud. Fuel pump, it looks like garbage. Bunch of tape wrapped around it. No idea why. Comment in the comments if you know what the comment. Yeah, time to rub my hand up. So that really didn't uncover anything. So anyways, I'm gonna see if I can rig the new one up because I'm gonna basically try to just hook up power to this new one and see if power is going to this fuel pump. If it makes it sound meh, maybe that'll be cool to hear. So yeah, I'm gonna mess around with just putting power to this thing. I didn't bring my voltmeter, ohm reader. So if this thing's getting power, I know it's the fuel pump, and yeah, we'll go from there. We know we got air, we know we got spark, we know we do not have fuel. Timing is 50-50. Dang, that mask messed me up. So semi moment of truth, I got the battery hooked up. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the car to the on position, see if this new fuel pump will make a sound. So I'm gonna flip the camera around. I gotta put the relay back in, here we go. CDI box, whistle going. Well, that was pretty easy to see, so, or not easy to see, easy to hear. So as soon as I did that, you ready? That thing is going crazy. There's no real need to test any further. I'm gonna pull that really quick. So I'm going to try to bench test this one. You can kind of hear it. It's seized. I don't want to take off that one because that tank might be full of fuel. I mean, that one actually looks like it's in decent shape too. Maybe I could jump. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to jump this one. So it's the next day. I actually came here a little bit earlier and I was able to pull the fuel pump off this car. You might see it on my face. I have the mask and the light and everything. So fuel pump off this car is off right here. This is the old one off the Slantnose. Oh, driven fuel still. So this car actually, I think there was probably like a gallon or 2 gallons of fuel left in it. It was actually really clean. This car was running probably a few years ago. So no surprise, the fuel pump's still good. I'm gonna go ahead and swap it into my car. Everything should fit. Sounds good. New fuel pump is on. Everything wired up, clamped up. I'm just gonna take a quick video of the serial number so I can remember which one this is. Once I turn the key, you will hear the fuel pump. I'm gonna actually put the camera down there. We'll see if you guys can hear it. You can hear this bad boy whining, making noises. I don't see any fuel leaks, just some oil leaks. Yeah, let's go see what happens. I'm gonna leave the intake off, or the cover off for now. Hopefully we get some boom, 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 boom. Wow. Bam, she fired up. She fired up, she started. She was running for a second. So technically that's a dub. So that's definitely a win in my book. Just to show a few people out there, it does not take a lot to start these cars. I have a used fuel pump that I use to start it, and technically I spend money on like starting fluid. So all those naysayers, yeah, to make this thing roadworthy and drive on the street for hours on end, it's gonna take a lot of time, obviously. But to get this thing started, second video in, it's already cranked over and started. Funny thing is, did anybody catch what I missed? Yes, I don't have no fuel in here. That's a problem. So I did everything to get the fuel going, but there's no fuel. So last night I pumped the stuff I put in out, or I drained it. So I gotta put fuel in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put fresh fuel in here, and I believe this thing's gonna run all day. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the sender, put the rest of that tank in there, open the garage because it's gonna get smoky, and yeah, let's hope for some smoky smoke. Looking good. Hopefully we don't have any leaks when the fuel pump starts sucking the fuel actually. Just for the heck of it, I'm gonna put some of this fuel system cleaner in there because why not? That's back on there, hopefully for the first start. Let's get it. That is a solid little run right there.
Well, it runs. It just needs to be clean, that's all.
Not bad. Smoke show. clouds.
Your head out of the clouds.
20 plus years and this thing is running. Crazy. Let me get some fresh air.
So unfortunately the battery's toast. I'm gonna go ahead and have to get it recharged because it's out of juice. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these spark plugs, remove this AC compressor because it's not doing us any good. It not running consistently could be obviously a few things. Fuel delivery from the fuel distributor, that thing's probably gunked up. Spark plug, the coils, it could be a few things. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the plugs.
Peace. Nice. That monstrosity is finally out of the way and we can finally see just how crusty it is down here. Look at all that crap in there, like, bruh. There's so much of this stupid sound padding everywhere. Just like in every single crack and crevice. So I'm gonna go ahead and just clean up around here because it's really crusty dusty. Any type of vacuum leak in this CIS system is gonna cause this thing to run funny. So there might be a lot of them here.
So I cleaned up the engine bay a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the plugs on the passenger side with my handy dandy plug puller. This is a Hazet tool, 2505-2. It's a must-have for these Porsche cars because this makes it a little bit easier to pull these spark plugs. You can adjust, get into a tight spot, lower it down, pull it out, very nice. So
I'm working on this first one here and I don't believe it. I didn't even use a ratchet or anything. I got the first plug without even doing anything. This thing wasn't tightened down at all. And it's super wet. This one's at least tight, so that's a good sign. There we go. Doesn't look bad. Also a little wet, but not terrible. So I pulled the spark plugs. They're all pretty crusty. I might try to find some around the shop. Took a little break. Wanted to mess with these headlights a little bit. So they're not working, at least popping up. I just was able to take off that cover, unhook the mechanism, and kind of threw it up. It looks pretty sweet. That fuel pump's going crazy. What in the world? Anyways, so I think I'm going to basically clean up a little bit, wrap it up for today. Good progress. Kind of do some more research, get some more parts, and kind of take it from there.
So that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. I got as far as I wanted to, got this thing running, looked into it a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a little bit more parts like the spark plugs, fuel parts, and just to see how much further we can get this thing. So I really like the car. The more I look into it, I know it's gonna need a lot of work. I have potential buyers. So we'll see where this goes. I really like this car, but I know it needs a lot, especially when you have 3 other ones. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Be sure to subscribe, leave your thoughts, leave a like on the video, and check out my other stuff. As always, I'll catch you guys next time. Be blessed and be superish.